Hey guys, welcome to another video, and I'm not sure how to title this video yet, but the main purpose of this video is, do anorexics eat? Do I eat? Like, kind of like that's the main idea. Do anorexics eat? The reason I want to make this video is because in my relapse, I have lost weight. A lot of, not a lot of weight, but a decent amount of weight where it's noticeable. And one of the things I noticed I get asked or people might say is, for example, my grandma, she came here and she was kind of, oh, you probably don't eat at all, or, you know, things like that. And a lot of people think that anorexics don't eat, which is not true. Because if we didn't eat at all, like, we would lose a very large amount of weight in a very quick amount of time. But anorexics often, I mean, they do lose weight, but it's usually not like, sometimes it's not even that fast. It could be a slower pace, it could be a faster pace, but anorexics do eat. I struggle with like anorexia, binge eating disorder, and when I'm more like of on my restricting side, I eat. I lose weight, I eat, but it's just the amount you eat that's the problem. You just don't eat enough. Anorexics don't eat enough because they obviously lose weight. You could be eating like 1,000 calories, which is like, if you think about it, you know, 1,000 calories isn't nothing. It's still something. It's still food. So yes, we do eat. It's just we control our foods more. And I don't know, if you guys don't know like a lot about anorexia or eating disorders, a lot of people will think, oh, they're just not eating. Even like still, let's say like where they make documentaries about anorexics, or, you know, like videos about like super thin anorexics. And of course, they might have an amount of time they don't eat, or they fast, like let's say a week, they just don't eat anything at all. There has been, like, you know, situations like that. They don't drink or eat, they're so afraid of food. But I mean, you end up in a hospital. Anorexics who are anorexics for a long time, they have to eat. You have to, or you'd be dead, in a harsh way of saying it, but it's true. So we do eat, but it's just very controlling, very little restricted. It could be 1,000 calories, 800 calories, 500 calories, depending. It all depends. There's no like same routine. Every you could have 1 meal or 6 meals or 8 meals or 10 meals and still be anorexic. That's not like, anorexia is in here, and it's a way of controlling, and there's no one rule. It's not like, okay, so if you eat 1,000 calories, you are anorexic, and you eat like 6 meals a day, or like whatever amount. No, I eat 1 meal a day, and I eat, like, you know, I'm not gonna really like say exactly what I'm doing because it's not the best restricting way, but my point is that we do eat. Anorexics are usually foodies. They love food. I love food. So like, I'm thin, right? Like, I'm not a fat person. I love food, but that's the thing. People like anorexics love food so much, they're afraid to gain weight because they know they can eat a lot. They are afraid to lose control. And that's kind of like the fear, you know, of anorexics. That's why often you become anorexic. It could be a fear of gaining weight, but it could also be control, like controlling your life and things like that. So for me, it's definitely both. Like, I'm always afraid, you know, to be like obese or anything like that. Even though it doesn't really run in my family, I'm afraid to be obese. Like, it's my fear. So I try to control my food, and it's not that I don't eat. Like, I lose weight, right? But I do eat. It's anorexics, they do eat. Like, a lot of people think they don't eat, and they're like, just eat something. We do eat. That's the thing. We do. It's just very controlling. It can be very, and it doesn't have to be a little food. Like, I eat a lot, but because I eat very low calorie foods, like, you know, like lettuce and stuff like that, it's big volume but just low calories. And other anorexics can have like very dense food but very, 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 very little. So there's so many different things, but that doesn't mean we don't eat. Like, we do. It's just we control, we try to, and it's not even, sometimes it's controlling your weight. And if you want to control your weight, you have to control your food. So it's kind of connected, if that makes sense. So for example, if anorexic person might, eat something, and if they weigh more the next day, they, might restrict more that day. So it's not like they just don't. And sometimes, if that happens, or if they binge, they might restrict for a couple days more, or fast, or things like that. But everyone's so different that there's no like one way. But the thing is, the main purpose of this video is that they do eat, okay? Like, if you guys are gonna ask, oh, do you eat? Yes, they do. They really do. But unless, like, of course, you're absolutely like, if you're already dying, then there's other cases, obviously. But there's people who've been anorexic for years and years, and obviously, like, you can't survive without food for more like than a month, let's say. So obviously they have to be eating something, and sometimes it could be just like very, very low, and sometimes it's higher. There's no amount. It's just, it's different for everyone, and as long as they feel the control, they feel good. As long as they see, weight loss, they feel good. As long as they see that they're not, a lot of times even anorexics are just afraid of, they're like, I'm going to eat this amount because I know it's safe, and I know I'm not going to gain weight for this. They're afraid to gain weight. They might not want to lose weight, but they're afraid to gain weight, which is more, like, for me, it's kind of like that. Like, I don't want to lose weight, but I'm afraid of gaining weight. If you know what I mean. So you continue to restrict your food, continue to lose weight, and once you're at a lower weight, you're like, well, now I don't want to be bigger than this weight. And it's always like a cycle, and it's a mental thing, so it's really addicting. But yes, anorexics do eat. It's just the amount they eat is the problem. Their mentality is the problem, and that's really the issue. It's not just that they don't eat. You can't tell an anorexic just eat some food, because they do, and the problem is what kind of food they're eating, when they're eating, how much they're eating. Mostly how much, but how much they're eating, and their control, and all this mental stuff. It's not just, oh yeah, like, just eat a banana. Like, you can't tell a person with an eating disorder that. So if you guys don't know, if you have someone who's suffering with the eating disorder, this might help you. If not, then yeah. But I hope this video helped you. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye!